Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about something that affecting everyone as a Malaysian. It's the rising cost of living in Malaysia. Over the past few years, you can see every time we want to buy some basic necessities are like foods, household products, transportation, or even petrol. All these things sometimes quietly or even in one night the price got higher up. All this good price going up is called rising cost of living. What is cost of living? Living cost is basically how much money do you need for standard living. But now, everything is more expensive. According to Malaysia National Statistics Organization in 2023, a mean costly living for a household in Malaysia is 4,723 ringgit Malaysia, where the highest one is when you live in Selangor, which is 5,854 ringgit Malaysia. The impact is so massive. Many are forced to cut their daily basic needs, live with financial issues, or even taking a side job. It affects everyone, a student, a parent, and even elderly. Why is this happening? What are the main causes, and who gets affected the most? And is there any solution to fight this problem? In this video, we are going to break down how the cost of living is affecting different groups in Malaysia, what is happening, and what can be done about it.
I would like to talk about how prices for our daily necessities are getting higher and higher. These days, many of us have noticed that the prices of food, groceries, and transport are going up. For example, a dozen eggs that used to cost around 8 ringgit can now be 12 ringgit or more. That's a big increase for something we buy often. The price of rice has also gone up, especially for imported brands that many families depend on. Even simple things like vegetables and cooking oil are not as cheap as before. Besides food, transport costs are also rising. Toll charges on highways have increased over the years, and petrol prices keep changing, sometimes more than 2 ringgit per litre. This makes it more expensive for people who drive or ride motorcycle to school or work every day.
Malaysia memang jatuh, habis mesti naik lah. Barang-barang kalau import mesti naik sikit lah. Import mana China, mana orang sikit lah.
One main reason is inflation. Inflation means that the prices of goods and services are going up over time, and the money we have does not buy as much as before. In Malaysia, inflation went up by 1.9% in October 2024 compared to the same month in 2023. The price index rose to 133.4 from 130.9. All these rising prices make it harder for people to manage their money. It affects students, young workers, and parents who are trying to take care of their families and cover all the basic needs.
Today, I want to talk about why incomes aren't keeping up with the cost of living. Salaries have barely increased for a lot of people. Despite rising prices for essentials like food, housing, and transport, many workers find their paychecks stuck at almost the same level as before. This means their money doesn't stretch as far as it used to, making daily life more stressful. Young adults just starting their careers often face tough financial pressure. They're dealing with student loans, rent, and basic living expenses, but their starting salaries haven't really grown much. It's the same for families too. Even parents working full-time sometimes struggle to cover everything from groceries to school fees. Because of the challenges, more people are turning to side job or gigs work, like driving for ride-sharing apps, delivering food, freelancing, or selling things online. These gigs offer extra income and some flexibility, but they don't always provide stable wages or benefits, so financial stress can continue. The reality is traditional jobs alone aren't enough for many people anymore, and it's important to understand why incomes are keeping pace with today's expenses.
Today, I want to highlight a growing issue in Malaysia, the rising cost of living, which affects everyone, but especially hits the B40 and M40 income groups the hardest. The B40 group, earning RM5249 or less, often struggles with low income, high housing and transport costs, and depends heavily on government aid. The M40 group earning up to RM11819 faces stress too, especially in urban areas where basic necessities cost more. For example, a Kuala Lumpur family earning RM7500 is considered M40 but may still struggle to live comfortably. In rural areas, the same income could be categorized under T20 due to lower costs. This shows that urban residents can suffer more despite earning more. Let's consider Amina, a Clay L single mother earning RM4000. After rent, childcare and food, she has barely RM1100 left. Contrast that with Uncle Ali, a rural farmer earning RM3000 but with lower expenses, though he lacks access to healthcare and education. Studies show 83% of M40 households live in cities, where inflation outpaces income. For B40 groups, transport is the biggest lifestyle burden. This connects with CGG8 promoting decent work and economic growth. Without income matching the cost of living, many Malaysians are left behind. In short, the rising cost of living is hardest on B40 and M40 communities, especially in cities. We must act to ensure fair, inclusive growth for all.
Right now, the government is stepping in. They are offering subsidies, keeping essentials like cooking oil and petrol at controlled prices. There is a cash aid too, like Bantuan Sari Hidup or Sumbangan Tunai Rahmah. This aimed at easing the burden on low-income households. There are price controls on certain goods and efforts to provide more affordable housing. These are important steps. But are they enough? What more can be done? To create a lasting change, we need a long-term solutions. We need more jobs and of course, a better paying ones. That means supporting local businesses and attracting investment. We need upskilling programs so people can learn digital, technical and vocational skills to stay competitive in today's world. And we need to review minimum wages so salaries can match the reality of rising costs. More affordable housing, stronger food security, and education for all. These are not luxuries, they are necessities for a fairer and more stable society. Don't ever think that it's gonna stop there. You have a role too. Stay informed, know your rights, apply for the aid that's available to you. Join the community efforts, support local producer, and most importantly, use your voice. When you speak up, vote and engage, you help shape the kind of country we want to live in. Is there any hope? Yes, the cost of living is a real challenge, but so is our strength, our resilience, and our spirit of solidarity. Together, we can push for smarter policies. Together, we can help each other. And together, we can build a future that's more secure and more just for everyone. There is a saying goes, the struggle may be real, but so is our resilience. Together, we rise.